A blockbuster Sunday it certainly was at the Dream 11 IPL 2020 as Sir Rahul Devatia put in another sterling performance for the Rajasthan Royals, and the Mumbai Indians showed who's boss as they climbed to the top of the table. My name is Adarsh and you are watching AB's Cricket Diary. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to our weekend special episode on AB's Cricket Diary. Kritika,
Thank you.
It's been 3 weeks, man. We've been on this show.
Already?
Yeah.
Already? I couldn't figure that out. It was quick.
It was, right? What about
It
you?
was, in fact. I don't think, it gives us a little more incentive to follow the IPL this closely because we know we have to do the video every night.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Never followed the IPL or cricket. Watching a cricket match this closely has never been done, I guess, since my cricket playing days. So it's interesting. I mean, it's the first time I'm thinking about team strategy and, individual matchups between players and the works, basically. I think it's brilliant. It's just so intriguing to delve deeper into the minds of all of these people and all of them fighting for just one bloody result, right?
Yes.
So anyway, it's time to take a look at our predictometer.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well done, Kritika, again leading the way, the torch bearer.
You know how they say cricket is a great leveler, right? Yesterday I got 2 rights, today I got 2 wrong.
Is it?
Right.
What about you, Mama? Anthony?
The same. I got 1 right and 1 wrong yesterday. RCB, I got 1 right and 1 wrong. So I'm balancing it out.
Consistency.
Consistency.
So I got 1 right and 1 almost right yesterday, but I got 2 right today. So as usual, top of the chart buster.
Yeah, but your almost right doesn't count, okay?
I know.
Just saying.
I'm still
So much for
3
being
out of 4.
optimistic.
I'm still 3 out of 4, leading the way.
So what's the overall standings though?
So Kritika, the game changer of our show is Kritika, right, Anthony?
Definitely the game changer.
Yeah. So let's see who our hero, villain, blooper, and game changers of the day was. Let's start. Let's begin with the lady.
The heroes in first game were definitely Rajasthan's bowlers. They bowled immaculate lines and lengths and they really, contained SRH. And the second game, which would be Surya Kumar, just continuing, where he left off last game.
Anthony, Mama?
For me, in the first game, it was Devatia. And for the Mumbai DC game, it was Decock. A brilliant start.
Okay, fair enough. For me, I think it was Devatia again. Sir Devatia. And in the second game, it was Decock and Surya, Quinton Decock and Surya Kumar Yadav.
Correct.
Brilliant partnership from both of them.
Correct.
Foundation for a comfortable victory. I think it would have to be Sandeep Sharma. He gave away, 18 runs, I think?
Yes.
He gave away 18 runs. That proved to be very costly for the Sunrisers. And it would also have to be Prithvi Shaw and Shreyas Iyer not playing very responsible cricket. Shaw especially, he just threw his wicket, So I think he needs to find that balance a little bit. We all know he's got great talent, but with great talent comes great responsibility.
Yes. Kritika, you want to go for the villains? Because for me, it's the same. It's Sandeep Sharma and Prithvi Shaw. And for the same reasons.
I think I have two different villains.
Oh,
than both of you.
interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
So for me, I think Bairstow is my villain that Sunrisers game because he got off to a start and then he knows how much they depend really on that opening pair. So for me, he's the villain in the SRH game, and I think that last, Mumbai really had the game, but then Stoinis bowling that, that delivery on Krunal Spads, villain.
For me, it was those last 5 overs that SRH bowled. Everything seemed like a blooper, man. We lose a game from there.
Okay.
Disappointing.
Second game?
Second game for me, it was not having a local wicket keeper in your squad for Delhi. You had to change Het Mayer, who was in great form, and get Carey in. So that for me was the blooper.
Okay. Kritika?
I think for Rajasthan, my problem has, consistently been their consistency with chopping and changing. You're just not letting a lineup settle down for anyone to even want to perform. You pick Jaiswal for one game, drop him, and then you pick him, continue persist with him for 2 games, and then drop him. It's just there is no, stability, and that I think is a major blooper for them. And the second game would be that, Stoinis is run out at that crucial time where Delhi really needed to tee off, and he got out just for 13 or something, and they just never got those late runs that they really needed.
Cool. So for me, it would have to be Priyam Garg. I think he overran the ball. I know catching's been difficult there, but generally in the UAE, I've never seen these many catches being grasped.
Yeah.
But for Priyam Garg to overrun the ball and not even get a finger on it was funny, I thought. And the second game, I thought it was Marcus Stoinis again who took the honours with both bat and ball. The way he got run out was really funny, I thought. But I don't think it was entirely his fault. But his run out was a blooper, definitely. And also when he came on to bowl that last over, that slower delivery down the leg side was asking to be hit. It was like, please, mujhe maru, please.
So there are two actually in that Sunrisers game. One was that, of course, Sandeep Sharma's 18-run over, which really, was the beginning of the end for them. But then there was that one little moment where, the ball ricocheted off Bairstow onto the stumps, but the bail didn't fall off. And had that happened, then Devatia would have been out, and maybe the result would have been different. So that was a game-changing moment. And in the next game, I think Mumbai, the way they bowled in those last final overs were just really clinical. And they really held back DC and then just never let them get away to anything over, 170, 180, which could have been quite competitive on that wicket.
Yes.
Okay. Anthony?
For me, it was Devatia and Parak's partnership. I honestly didn't expect them to pull that off.
Yeah.
And in the Mumbai DC game, it was Mumbai's brilliant bowling up front. That was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
So for me, I thought it was Jofra Archer who set the tone for the Rajasthan Royals. He bowled absolutely brilliantly, didn't give anything away. I think 3 overs for 6 runs or 4 runs or something like that, I don't remember. But I thought he set the tone brilliantly, and he's been outstanding this tournament. It's such a sight to see a fast bowler coming in and bowling at 150 clicks, I've always been a fast bowler at heart.
Yeah.
So I have that little soft corner for fast bowlers in particular. And the second game, I thought it was Krunal Pandya. He was outstanding with the ball. He was bowling the precision, pin drop precision. You don't use pin drop. You said pin drop silence, right? Pinpoint precision. Sorry. Blooper. Pinpoint precision. And with the bat, as usual, he came in handy. Ever reliable Krunal Pandya. Very underrated, but very, very effective.
Yes.
And quite
I love his
fitting with the
attitude.
winning runs.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the other Pandya brother didn't fire. He hasn't been bowling. I'm really hoping he makes a comeback with the ball sooner than later.
Yeah.
Like, they're just preserving him. Fast bowlers, no? Very
Yeah, since he's just coming off injury and all of that. So, and it was his birthday today. What a gift,
Oh,
huh? To get out on a duck.
Oh, damn. Hard luck.
Nice.
Hard luck, Pandya. So, Kritika, for the first time in the IPL, we see cricket going the football way with transfers happening mid-season. Could you tell us more about this? Because I wasn't really aware of it until today. And I don't think a lot of our viewers are aware of it as well. So could you please educate us on what this transfer deal is? And also, if you could transfer some funds into my account, it would be nice.
So last year, the IPL had opened up a 5-day window for uncapped players to be loaned mid-season.
Okay.
That is also subject to the player not having featured in over 2 games. But this time, for the first time, they're allowing Indian or overseas capped players to be transferred if teams really need them. There are basic rules for the transfer. So franchisees are allowed to sign any player at the halfway mark. So all the teams need to have played 7 games. Only after that, it's going to be possible. The second thing is a player should not have played over 2 matches at the halfway stage to be eligible for that transfer.
Correct. Because if they had that, they wouldn't be transferred in the first place, I guess.
Exactly.
Right?
And then beyond that, it's up to really the franchisees. I mean, somebody asked a Delhi Capitals, their management, whether they were okay to transfer Rahane because, he hadn't played until today.
Right.
But then they said that they would not transfer him to another franchise because they have certain plans for him or whatever. So it is subject to whether the franchisee really wants to or not. It's up to them really.
So what do you think
Right.
of this whole transfers, deal? Are you in support of this whole transfer system?
I'm not sure. It's a bit confusing also because they're also. I mean, I'm thinking from a logistic point of view as well that everyone's in their own biosecure bubbles and all of that has been taken so seriously because of the whole COVID situation. So what happens when a transfer happens? You move from one bubble to another, but there is somebody else from an outside bubble coming in. So there are just many things logistically. Mm-hmm.
Then tell me, if one bubble is safe and they're coming from one safe bubble to another safe bubble, how does it even make a difference? I don't understand this bubble scenario.
To be honest, this whole COVID situation, I don't understand the nitty-gritties either. But
But if
they're
you're
so
safe
particular,
in one bubble, and if you come to another,
you should be.
you should be okay, right?
Yeah, you
safe,
should be. Yeah, but then you don't know what you have. Like now, you have COVID task managers. You have so many other things. So you just don't know how it'll transpire, and well, if at all it happens.
Also, change is always met with a little bit of resistance and skepticism.
Yes, of course.
Always,
Yes.
right? So I think
Yes.
it's just something we have to get used to. What's your take on the whole transfer system, Anthony? Are you for
I
it?
feel it's a great initiative. I am for it. Now, if you take SRH's middle order, they definitely need an Indian hard-hitting batsman over there.
Okay.
The RCB looks like they need a great bowling change. So I feel it's great for the teams to rebalance mid-season to add it like a strategy.
I'm not so sure.
Adarsh, what do you
I'm
think?
For it, because they should have done all of this homework right at the beginning when they were picking their squads to begin with, right? And it doesn't do much confidence. It doesn't do much to the confidence of a player if they're releasing a player mid-season. I'm not so sure I quite like this whole idea of transfers, but now that it's there, I can't really do anything unless I become the BCCI president or something, and then I can think about it. But until then,
Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think, if at all, y'all would want to transfer players? Yeah, our analyst will go for it first.
Yes, Sarah.
For a player, yes, I would prefer having Chris Gale to play for any team that could, have him in the first 11. And so there are a lot of...
Which team do you think is dying to pick him up?
Don't say
Rajasthan.
CSK.
Huh?
I was about to say CSK. I was about to say CSK. But then all the teams look so tight with a lot of players performing. I just feel sad for Chris Gayle sitting out in the dugout. Someone, a champion
I just
player
want
like
Chris
Chris
Gayle
Gayle.
picked by Kings 11 Punjab, the very squad that it's
Makes a lot
I've
of
been
sense.
having him in my fantasy team for 2 games now,
Forever.
and he's just not making it. Apparently, he's unwell and he's hospitalized.
Yeah.
But the universe boss. I mean, he is the universe boss for a reason.
Yes,
And he's so exciting to watch. It'll be amazing to see him square up against a Jofra Archer or a Kagiso
Yes.
Rabada.
Yes.
I think it'll be so exciting. Right?
Definitely. Yes.
Kritika, so you're saying Chris Gayle to go to who? Anthony? To be picked up by?
Like,
Whoever.
whoever wants to give him a first 11 place.
Okay. Kritika?
Yeah.
I think I agree. I mean, we were discussing this, I think, a while ago, but Tahir needs to play.
Oh,
He was
man,
the highest
Tahir,
wicket
you
taker
can't-
last
People.
That's
year.
his energy, the energy that he brings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is mad.
And I
can't
can't
wait to
imagine
watch
he
his
was the highest
celebration.
wicket taker to no game. Yeah, in 7 games. I mean, it's quite sad.
I would send
I mean,
him
I always
to,
like watching him.
I would send him to Punjab because somehow I've had a soft corner for the Kings 11 Punjab. They promised so much at the start of the tournament.
Yeah.
And I think if they just get Chris Gayle in, if they can select him and bring in an Imran Tahir into the mix. It's unfortunate to see the likes of legends like Dale Steyn missing out. He's not really hit his
In form.
Straps, yeah.
It's really, really sad. But then I hope he does some magic in the nets and finds a way back into the Bangalore team because they need him to.
Sure,
They
for
need
sure.
him, for sure.
Yeah.
So any other
Doesn't seem
players?
likely though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem likely. Any other players you think that should find a play?
I quite like watching Nabi, but I don't think he's
Nabi.
going to. Yeah, I really
Very
like watching Nabi play.
underrated. Very underrated.
Yes.
Very, very valuable.
And
Very.
he really strengthens that middle order, for Sunrisers. And
But do you think the
he's done that
Sunrisers
through
will
the
pick
years. They
Not
may pick
sure.
him, but they won't transfer him. I don't think they'll
No, they
actually.
won't
No,
transfer
no,
him.
no,
Will
they
he
won't.
find
No,
a
no,
place
no.
in the squad, in the team, do you think?
It'll depend on if they really need that extra bowler and that big hitter. Right now, I think they're doing okay with Williamson though. I mean, he just changes gears, doesn't he, Williamson? There's nothing he cannot do.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Seriously, yeah.
Cool, interesting. So Anthony loves the whole transfer idea, the idea of a mid-season transfer. I'm not
Yes.
so pro the idea. What about you, Kritika? Where do you stand? Somewhere on the wall?
No, not really. No, not really. I mean, I agree with what you said that, they would have done their homework at the beginning. Plus, once you're in a franchisee, that's your team. You don't just change teams and, switch. Yeah, it's just
True.
strange for that to happen. But
I mean, it also kind of there could be an energy transfer as well. I'm sorry, I'm just a very energy guy, but coming in, not feeling what the idea of not feeling wanted,
yeah,
then no.
nah.
So one way I look at it is someone who's not getting a chance to make it to the 11 in another team.
True.
He could have a better impact, is what I feel. But I agree with
Yeah.
the energy level where the player might feel left out.
Yeah.
But this way, I feel it works brilliantly.
Right then. So now that we've traveled for about 3 weeks into the tournament, things are getting very, very interesting. We've had the time to sit back and kind of have a perspective about how the tournament has progressed, and I think it's a great time to kind of introduce something new. And let's take a look at who our favorite performers have been in this Dream 11 IPL 2020 across batting, bowling, and fielding. Let's take a look at our favorite performers then, beginning with the lady. Let's go with Kritika. Your favorite batting performance, your favorite bowling performance, your favorite fielding performance thus far in the IPL.
My favorite batting performance has to be Johnny Bairstow's 97 versus Kings 11. My favorite bowling would be Kagiso Rabada. He's one of my favorite bowlers at the moment. And his 4 for 24 against RCB in Dubai was really, he would have actually got a fifer, I think, that day had it not been for a drop catch.
Correct.
So yes,
brilliant.
and he's fantastic, and I think he's gone now 21 games with at least one wicket in T20 guys.
Once
That just shows you
before.
how consistent he is. Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think you can get beyond.
22. How old is he?
He's young.
He's really young.
Yeah.
You feeling performance?
Fielding, I don't think you can get beyond Puran. I mean, that save, that six. I mean, he was just flying all over the place. There was a catch and there was that bit of fielding. Absolutely. Those are my picks.
Anthony?
For me, batting is Surya Kumar 79. This guy has to feature in the Indian squad very soon. He's hardworking, he's talented, he's playing those brilliant scoops. For bowling is Rashid Khan. He's 3 for 14 against DC, which is a strong team, and SRH won against them. And fielding is by a substitute fielder called Ankul Roy for the Mumbai Indians against the Rajasthan Royals. Now I like seeing all these young players coming out and taking those catches. So it's brilliant to watch a young guy do that.
True. I think for me it would have to be Sir Rahul Devatia. Amazingly epic innings. Who was that against? That was against the
Kings 11.
Kings 11. Outstanding knock. He came in, he was struggling, couldn't bloody middle a single freaking ball, and then he just goes bang, bang, bang. I mean, I love seeing the underdog come alive, It's one of my favorite things. And with the ball, it would have to be the magician from Afghanistan, Rashid Khan. I mean, what a story his is. He comes from Afghanistan. He's seen his parents die in a space of, 6 months. And he's seen so much war. He's just seen so much tragedy all around him. And to come here to become a superstar and to be performing the way he has is absolutely incredible. And he's single-handedly leading the Sunrisers Hyderabad with the ball every single game, time and again. Doesn't give away any runs whatsoever. Love the guy. Absolutely love him. And on the field, it would have to be Nicholas Pooran with that supermanly effort on the boundary, pulling it out of thin air. And then, although he saved just one run, it wasn't even like he dismissed a batsman with that effort, but just that level of commitment was outstanding. So guys, like I said, we're constantly evolving on AB's Cricket Diary, and some of our fans and some of our watchers have requested for us to kind of put our predictions out there for who the top 4 teams will be. And I promised them in the last show that we will feature them on this show. So, who are your top 4 teams that are likely to make it to the qualifiers, guys?
Let's
For me,
try you go first.
Who's going first?
who's going first?
List. Our analyst.
The analyst. Come on.
Okay. So for me, it's going to be Mumbai, Delhi, KKR, and SRH.
Okay. Kritika?
For me, it'll be Mumbai, DC, I think RCB, and the last one is quite hopeful, but I hope SRH.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. I think it's going to be Mumbai and Delhi, obviously, for obvious reasons. And I think Bangalore has an outside chance. I'm really backing them because they haven't won the IPL ever. Same as the case with, a lot of you will think of me as foolish or silly, but I still think Punjab somewhere has an outside chance. Like I said, I'm always rooting for the underdog. And they promised so much at the beginning of the tournament. I really hope they can turn it around. It's, an improbable task at this point in time, but I'm hoping that they can turn things around. Get Chris Gale to play. Get the universe boss in, man. So we're adding another dimension to the show. We're going to talk about our most valuable player of the tournament thus far, who we think are our most valuable players of the tournament so far. Let's go with you, Kritika.
Adarsh, maybe you should start.
Yeah, maybe you should start.
I think it would have to be Rashid Khan. Single-handedly pulled the Sunrisers Hyderabad this far along in the tournament. I didn't really think they had any depth in their bowling whatsoever, but I think Rashid Khan it's been brilliant.
Yes.
Anthony?
Hands down, Rashid Khan. I would love to watch him bat up the order too. We've seen his brilliant knocks in the CPL.
Correct.
I feel SRS should, get him on at number 5. Come and play those crazy handy innings. Rashid Khan.
For me, it's Jofra Archer.
Ah!
No, it's Jofra Archer.
Okay.
Not just with the
Brilliant,
ball,
brilliant.
but with the bat as
The
well.
bat too.
I mean, honestly, he has contributed quite a bit with the bat that really goes unnoticed, but it is
Yes.
those knocks that have been quite game-changing in the
Yes.
latter.
Wow. And finally, the IPL has been about the bowlers, right? Otherwise, the bowlers
Yes.
Yeah.
virtually non-existent, right?
Yeah.
Good to see the bowlers getting a mention. So what's happening today? Kolkata Knight Riders take on the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. What is
Yes.
happening? What is happening? What's happening?
The brilliant game. It's at Sharjah. 2 teams with a star-studded batting lineup. So my impact players for the KKR is Shubman Gill, Owen Morgan, and Andre Russell. Andre Russell will love this ground. He'll want to come and get a century on this ground. He'll be waiting. And for RCB, I feel it's Virat Kohli, Devdutt Padikkal, and the dangerous Chris Morris.
No Chahal?
No Chahal,
No.
small ground. I would have loved to pick him, but it's a
You
smaller
said that
ground.
last time too about Jofra Archer.
Yeah.
You guys said that last time too.
Who won last time?
You got the better review last time around.
Yeah, but I got the prediction right though.
Yeah, but the bowlers came to the party.
Yes, they did. I feel also to add to that, the pitches would play a very important role in the IPL. Now that it's mid-season,
Yeah.
the wear and tear will increase and then they'll suit the bowlers more now.
Yeah.
You've already seen that happening in Sharjah.
Yes.
Yeah, you've already
So it's
seen
becoming
it at
interesting.
Sharjah in the last game.
Yes.
And how it suddenly swung from win the toss and chase to now win the toss and bat first.
And bat.
And back first. Yeah.
Crazy.
So KKR and RCB, I'm going with the RCB. I feel they're more high on energy and Virat Kohli will love that ground.
Okay. Kritika.
You guys?
RCB.
RCB.
Yo, we're all on the same page.
Let's see. Virat
Be
Kohli,
interesting then.
better not let us down.
You better not let us down, man. Yeah.
Okay.
The pressure.
Guys, 3 weeks up on AB's Cricket Diary. You guys have been so fabulous. I cannot thank you
Thank
guys
you.
enough for being on the show again. Loving your perspectives, loving the energy that you bring to the show. Like always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank you,
Adarsh.
thank you, Adarsh. It's been a wonderful opportunity, to be very honest. And
I swear.
I
agree.
also want to thank all the audience for all the lovely comments about the set. Thank you so much. It felt great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think our audiences are kind of warming up to us. Yeah.
Very, very,
But they
very.
still
They've
have
been brilliant,
close
man.
to the 1 million views though. I'm waiting on that
Yeah. We'll work hard too more.
soon. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being with us on another episode of AB's Cricket Diary. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let's hope for a fantastic week ahead and some great cricket. The most interesting part of the tournament is just about to begin. So may the best teams win. Cheers.
Yes. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.